Are we live? Yeah, there we are. 6 seconds in. Sorry about the camera light. It's getting to be time of the day. I'm sitting in the wrong chair, but well. Okay, so welcome to another Den meeting at Universe Thinkers Union. This is a live. We're not going to do a long time. I told you guys I was going to eat dinner. I was going to relax. So here we are. Uh, I was going to do it by myself, and then I was going to do the hour live out on the porch and yada, yada, yada. And then, a small break and then some technical stuff. And then we're going to do gaming, and then we're still going to do all that. But I usually don't like to generally eat alone. So we're going to sit here for a little bit. I'm going to give you a preview of all the goodies and stuff that we got for dinner. And then we're going to sit here and eat. I don't know if I want to do it on camera. Sometimes that's a faux pas. Sometimes that's a career ender. We'll just see how it goes. And then we'll see who shows up and who comments, and we'll just have a good time. So here comes a preview. Flipping the camera on. Flip. All right, so here's the wonderful patio, a big tree. I put it in lots of videos before. The nice breeze here on a hot sunny day. God Almighty is saying, "Hey, it's hot out. You could use a little wind." So here's our spread for a one-man meal. We got 3 pieces of chicken with a little bit of skin taken off, so you can see that it's nice, wonderful meat. I couldn't help myself, honestly. That breading is my favorite part. We got us a nice vintage 1942 aged 80-year mug that we got from a yard sale. It's one of my favorites. I leave it down in church so I can drink coffee down at the Lutheran church down at the road. You guys stop by, I'll come by and you'll see my mug. But it's home this time because last Sunday when I went to church, I had a last cup of coffee. I know. I know what you're thinking. Schizophrenic drinking coffee, that's not good. At least if you know anything about it. I mean, let's do the usual cliche. If you know, you know. All right? So we'll say nothing. And we got a nice little bottle of water because when you're out in the heat, you got to stay hydrated. And then we got our nice party solo cup from a wonderful... Get out of there, fly. Come on now. It's not your dinner. Get out of here. Yeah, I love the flies. So we have a solo cup, but this is not your usual typical red party solo cup that most people know. There we go. We got 4 viewers. Hey, guys. Wave at the camera. Hey. So that's not your regular red solo cup with anything, you know what I mean. That's just sugar-free, wonderful, sweet tea, sweet cherry pomegranate, sugar-free Kool-Aid. And the party cup I kept because I have really weird mementos, and it was a really good Mother's Day. So the only thing I brought home was a flower for my mom, which is drying out. And I brought home my solo cup because it was a cool shindig. We had a lot of food. Nobody did any of the usual party stuff, and it was a great time. And I couldn't help but bring the cup home and keep it by my stand out and on my stand by my chair and just drink from it from time to time. So that's our spread. We got us a nice delivery. We don't need to get into all that. It's just out here because I'm being lazy, kind of, and not putting it away. I'm gonna enjoy my meal. So far, we have 12 viewers. I can't read the comments because I didn't prepare correctly and bring my tablet as usual. So you guys are gonna have to just talk amongst yourselves, throw comments, and we'll see what we get. We have no top fans, so yeah, 5 viewers and no comments, which is all right. We haven't received a like, and you can't really tell because of the freaking light on the camera. There we go. There's the fishing hat. We put it in so many videos. We got our Betty Boop pins on there, so when you're out fishing, you can at least hang out with a pretty lady. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, never mind. Anyways, we're gonna sit here and eat. I'm gonna do my best not to sit here and stuff my face on camera, but I'm gonna eat my meal, and you guys are all welcome to join me. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna move the camera for a second. I'm gonna stick some food in my mouth, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, this wonderful fried chicken is from Winn-Dixie, our local Winn-Dixie right down the road. You can get it with your OTC if you got the right insurance, or you can pay the regular price with cash. It doesn't matter, but you can get it, man. It's good. You gotta try it. If you never had the Winn-Dixie fried chicken in the Forest County, just outside of Ocala. You gotta stop by and get you a box. I promise you won't be disappointed. It's some of the juiciest chicken meat out there, and the breading is just fantastical. I don't know what freaking seasonings they use in that wonderful look. I mean, I showed you the preview, and you saw that wonderful golden brown breading, and well, I'll tell you what, whatever they put in the seasoning, it's a fantastic. So we're giving them a little. Grab you, if you don't want to cook tonight, stop by Winn-Dixie. Grab you a chicken box and enjoy. Hold on, be right back. Damn, I'm telling you what, guys are missing out. Oh man, I can't get enough of this stuff. I love when we have fried chicken nights at home. Dad just comes home with a box of chicken, and I know it's gonna be a good time. And yummy. All right, there's some voices. Yummy. Boris is chiming in today, guys, because he's enjoying the meal too. Who knows? We're feeding everybody. Everybody in the house gets some chicken. You get you get a couple breasts, you get some drumsticks, you get pretty much the whole chicken without the rib cage. You know what I mean? And who saves that anyway? So it's a pretty good deal, and it's for a decent price. Can't argue with it. You know, look at that stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's your faux pas. We're gonna get canceled. Watch out. He's stuffing his face on camera. Oh no. Everybody look out. Badge Adam's gonna get cancer cultured, or whatever the heck that freaking thing's called. I don't know. I don't keep up with it. It always sounds like cancer. And we aren't talking about that. Anyways, so yeah. If you're in the neighborhood, you happen to be driving by that Winn-Dixie on, what's it? I-40, the road, right across from CVS. Okay, if you CVS, there's a Winn-Dixie across the street. There's your landmarks. Sort it out. I don't have a GPS directions to give you. I am not that technologically not impaired. That's not the right one. That's the opposite. Technologically advanced. That's it. Okay. Now that I got my proper English, once again, we're going to get another piece of this wonderful chicken. Oh, man. My fingers, look at that. You got to have a napkin or a really good pair of old pants that you can ruin so your wife doesn't get upset. Oh, man. So, yeah, got to grab you some chicken. All right, next. This isn't going to be a whole commercial for freaking Winn-Dixie, I promise. I think. No promises. I don't know. Never make promises. Promises are made to be broken. So if you're going to make a promise, it's your word and you got to stand on it. So if you're out there making promises and you're not standing on it, what kind of man or woman are you, okay? Yeah. Fried chicken. Love it. Man. It's almost like committing a sin when you eat it, but it tastes that dang good, guys. I'm telling you. And that comes from a Christian that goes to church every Sunday and go to Bible study every Tuesday. I'm eating this fried chicken. I'm telling you, it's almost sinfully good. So, you take that chance to eat the chicken you want, but I promise you won't be disappointed. All right, enough of that commercial. Moving on. Yeah, no, man. All right, what do you guys want to chat about? We can't sit there and read Q&As and comments because this phone is janky and I need to get a new one. We'll work out that budget next time. We can afford it. Who knows when that'll happen. I should have brought the tablet so we could really engage the conversation. But tonight, you're on my patio. You're my guest. You're entertained. You're invited to eat dinner with me. And I guess I'll just have to make sure I carry the dinner conversation all by myself and lonesome. So what shall we talk about over dinner, guys? We ain't got a TV. Mom and Dad are in there watching some cool Western. We're sitting on the front patio. The only electronic is the one that we're using to broadcast this live. And committing one of the biggest faux pas when it comes to on camera. You don't eat in front of you. You gotta go, you gotta do this and take a bite. But we're not gonna do that because we're a little different here. Or, as a lot of my friends say, Dennis, you're short bus different. And if you don't know what that means, then don't worry about it. I mean, if you gotta Google it, look it up. I don't care. I mean, I care, but never mind. I'm trying not to say I think. Anyways, so we're not doing really good at carrying on this conversation. So today, We have this package. I think it was in the camera earlier, but we're going to flip it around real quick. We're going to see that package there. That's Mr. UPS, I think. Yeah, good old USPS parcel service. Thank you, Lord, and amen, that they got their stuff together. I get it in the mail today because for the last 4 days, I'm losing my crap in my mind trying to figure out how I'm going to get just down the road to CVS. And I have a few dollars left so I can get my prescriptions. And I don't have a ride. I don't have a license. I've never had a license in my entire life. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just grew up not like most teenagers. You know, most teenagers, they got their license at 16 if you're in the right state. And they're driving by 17 and 18 are legal or whatever it's called. I don't know the laws everywhere. Just sort it out, guys. Anyways, if you need to fact check it, Google it. You can always use the almighty Google to fact check anything nowadays, but you gotta be kind of a little careful. So, okay, let's get back to the story about the parcel. So I lose my stuff. I'm going crazy. I remember my buddy, my friend Joe, down at our church. He's I can't tell too much personal stuff, but he's one of the good guys down in my church. He's one of my best friends. And he's pretty important for the Bible study. We'll just say that. And we can't offer too much more than that because we have our own guidelines that we got to go by. Even though pretty much I set the settings to YouTube to set the guidelines. So we got to keep a little bit of the information hush hush, I guess. So we're not putting too much personal stuff out there. But Joe, I called Joe up. I don't have his number in my phone. I remember that he left a message for me the other day saying, hey, I haven't heard from you. Give me a call. We missed you at Bible study. What's going on? If you really care, give me a call. I want to know what's going on because he's that cool of a guy. So I do my Hail Mary pass and I make my phone call. I use my voicemail because I'm technologically advanced. I said, I remember this, that, and the third. I go through my voicemails. I enter the codes. I can't tell you that. I don't need you in my voicemail. So I put in the codes. I go through the options, and then there's the message. So he starts giving me the number. I'm writing like a madman trying to get the numbers down because he's just spitting it right out because he's got to get stuff done. And he's saying too fast. So I said, okay, let's listen to some more options. Let's let the AI bot do its job and tell me what options to choose. And then it says, hit this number. They give a call back. I said, there's my ticket. I don't have to write it down. I got all these sloppy numbers. You can't read it. It looks like a doctor's prescription. I don't know about my handwriting, guys. I learned cursive and I learned all that good stuff in school. You know, that stuff they don't teach anymore, cursive. They don't even know what that means anymore. And they do it every time they sign their name, except for the people that do the X and the print. But everybody that signs it, that's cursive. And it's the only thing left that people have because they don't teach it in schools anymore. But we're not going to get on all that stuff. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Please let me get back on track. So I do my Hail Mary call like in football. I call him up. I have the voicemail, call him back because I don't know his freaking number. This story's getting way too long. We're down to, I can't even see the viewers. I don't know if we got any. Yeah, it says 0. So, okay, we'll just finish it. We lost everybody's attention. Whatever. I'm just going to tell the story. We'll see how the post-production goes. I get views later sometimes. I don't know. We're just going to sit here and enjoy our dinner and finish the story. So let's get back to it. So I make 2 calls to Mr. Joe. I leave some really heartfelt messages with a little bit of emotion so he knows it's kind of important. I say, I need a favor. I need a ride, maybe a little cheap $4 loan. And I'll pay back in quadruples, whatever you want. I just need a favor today. Please call me back. I'm stuffing my face. Rude. Stuffing my face on camera. Talking with my mouth full. My mom taught me better, but you can't tell because I'm a grown man. And I knew what I want now. All that hard work my mom did, and I just blew it out of the water when I got my own freedom. Figure that one out. I'll wash down some of that delicious chicken with, I'm more commercial now, with some of that wonderful cherry pomegranate Kool-Aid that's sugar-free, so I don't have to worry about no calories except what's in the meat. Anyways, and the breading. I'm not supposed to have breading. I'm a diabetic. Don't get on my crap. Moving on. So Joe says, what do you need? He calls me back almost like 3 minutes later. It says, I listened to your voicemails, and I said, No, he says, what do you need? And I said, did you listen to voicemails? He said, I called you back, didn't I? He's a really funny guy. He tells the best jokes. I always like it when he does the sermon because we're always really getting the message from Jesus, and then we have a few laughs because Joe really knows how to pepper in the dad jokes and a few other things. We got some spam caller calling. I'm not gonna take it. I'll call you back. Leave a voicemail if it's important. I'll call you back. I'm sitting here eating dinner with my freaking fans, and nobody's here, and I'm just rattling away, and I gotta finish that up. So Joe says I'll be there in a few minutes. I said I'll be outside waiting, and then when here's the kicker. Here's the punchline. Okay, this is the funny part. We got 2 viewers, and you're just getting to the punchline part. Hang in there. So I come out of my living room. I got my stuff on. I got my garbs. I got my hats. I got my accoutrements. I got my shirt. Okay. I got my little, uh, not little. They're size 12 freaking, rigging. If you can see them, I don't know if the camera can see them, but those are good old Jack Skellington size 12 Crocs. They only cost you $20 at Walmart. We gotta quit doing commercials. But anyways, let's get back to the story. Let's get the punchline. We got 13 viewers and they're waiting for a punchline, and we don't want them to disappear yet. So I've got my stuff on. I see this bag, that one that is in the video I just showed Jeff. We got one like, whoop whoop. We always like our likes. Thank you, thank you. And then, so I see the bag sitting on my chair, and I said, oh man, I just called Joe. I pulled a Hail Mary pass in the football. And here is the delivery. My medicine's sitting in my chair. I said, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Do I tell this guy that, if we go down to CVS, that I might have some meds, I might not. We just need to try. When I know the freaking medicine sit right there in the chair, we're losing some viewers. We got 8 people hanging in. Let's get to the punchline. So I sit there and tell myself, do I be honest and tell the truth, or do I lie and assume that he'll be okay and make an ass out of him and me? And sorry about the swearing. I can't put myself in timeout. Ass isn't a swear word. It's a freaking animal. Look it up. It's in the dictionary. It's not swearing. So I don't have to put myself in a timeout like I normally do, because that's what we do here on a Christian channel. If you start swearing and cursing on camera, you got to go in timeout. The 2 curse words I can say is ass because it's an animal and hell because it's a place. So if you're a little offended by that, this is 18 and older, and you're more than welcome to go somewhere else. Oh man, we're getting down to 6 viewers. We started at 13, down to 6. Oh man, the story's getting too long. Let's get to the punchline. So I'm sitting here talking to myself. I get a good humble drink out. I get the red Solo cup with a nice drink. I get the water that's here that I have for dinner. I set it out and I say, this guy's going to show up in about 15 minutes, and he's going to be sadly disappointed that he got here. And I'm going to show him, well, I got the medicine. You came here for nothing. So I'm sitting there talking with God. I talk to him all the time. He gives you the best advice. If you just sit there and listen, or talk to him like a best friend, and then shut your mouth for about 12 minutes and just listen to your heart, you'll hear from God. It's not audible. None of the weird stuff that you hear in the Bible. Because we won't go there. Most people that hear God's voice, oh, we got a second light. Whoop, whoop. The story's getting good. We got 2 people hanging in there. Let's get to this punchline. So I'm sitting here contemplating, do I lie or just be honest? And then good old Joe calls me up and says, hey, man, I'm almost there. I said, so you're down the road? And he says, no, I have to go back in the house and get my wallet. I said, good news. It's a good thing that you're not here yet, because my medicine's sitting right here and I don't need your help. He says, oh, thank Lord. Amen. And he said, well, if I don't have nothing to do, I don't have to help you, which isn't a waste of time. He says, he always reminds me, it's never a waste of time to help me. So he's a really, really good guy. One of my best church friends. I got 2 down there. I got Mark and I got Joe. But anyways, Joe says, if I don't need to come help you, I got busy stuff to do. I got some family business, and I say family first, and I'm like, cool. And I said, I got a couple drinks. I was just going to see if you showed up, then we just sit here and enjoy some drinks. He said, I'd love to do that, but I can't do that right now. I said, take a rain check. And he lets me go. And then I might get the ingenious idea. This is how it all started. Okay, 1 viewer hanging in there, 2 likes. Jeez, this is how it all started. Well, I got the nice little spread. I had the drink, the water. I brought the vintage, so I had backup Kool-Aid. And I said, heck it. I'll just sit, heck it. That's not swearing, is it? Pretty sure, heck it. I don't even think that's a real proper English. But I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to put all those in it. So heck it's going to be in there. And if I ever get that published, just look for it. Heck it. You saw it here. And then you saw it in the book. Buy a copy. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how crazy it gets. I got all kinds of dreams. My brother tells me to quit chasing them all. Get back to the story. So, and then that's what spawned the whole I'm going to eat dinner and relax and then go do my 7 to 9 schedule I'm trying to get worked out and ironed out because Iron says, or Iron, Iron, Iron says, oh, we lost everybody. Who cares? Let's just finish it up. YouTube says I need a schedule to be monetized, so I decide between 7 and 9 after dinner seems to be a good time to have an hour camera live and an hour gaming live, and I'm going to try to stick to that schedule. And then the ingenious idea says I'm going to invite all these people to have fried chicken with me, and we're just going to talk. And so far, we've had a lot of people stop in. Nobody real stable. We got 2 solid people waiting for the end of the story. And that's it. And here we are. We're down to 1 piece of chicken. Let me give you a little camera view. So we have a time lapse during the meal. Make you feel part of it. We got 1 piece of chicken I'm saving. We got most of the bones picked. We got a little bit of meat. I'll clean this stuff off later or now, whenever. We'll do it now. Heck, sure. It's my show. We'll do whatever we want. All right. So I got the other bone. Gotta make sure the dog doesn't get that. And then I got one last piece with a little damage on the side there. And 3 pieces of chicken is a good thing for me. A lot of protein, a little bit of breading so I don't get too much, being a diabetic and all. Gotta watch all that. And yeah, so that's how this live came about. And I said I'll give the people a preview. We'll sit on the porch, we'll eat our dinner, and we'll see who all shows up. And then I'll go through and read the comments and see what everybody had to say about my crazy rant and rave. And then I'm going to digest. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my drinks. And then when that's all done, we're going to go grab the tablet and we're going to do it all again. Rinse and repeat for an hour. And probably sit in the other chair because this camera lighting is horrible. Because the way the angle is and it's reflecting on the thing, you can't really see my face. I got to do one of these. Hello, everybody. There's the handsome Beller. Okay, now that you got that view, I'm going to have to sit in the other chair with the tablet, and then we're going to do an outside live like I promised on Monday. Because I'm trying to do my best to keep promises to every guys. I got a couple that I made a few promises and a couple events, and we never really followed through on a lot of that. And I got to start cleaning up my act, guys. I got 409 subscribers, and I got 673 some videos, and I got to pull it together if I'm going to get famous, guys. So you guys just hang in there. Do your best to keep being the best Grizzlies and the best fans and help me be famous, being the best community that we created together. I started it on the CFO. You guys show your support with your likes and your views or hanging out. People like listening to me rant and rave apparently, or well, I wouldn't have 409 people that listen to my jargon, I guess. That's a polite way of saying it. There's another one. It's a couple of initials, but we're not going to go there. It's a little too close to swearing, even though it's a couple initials, you know what I mean? Not a B, it's a D, and not a S, it's a C. Throw that all together, it's a little code, so I can not have to put myself in timeout. And thanks for stopping by, guys. It was really wonderful having my first meal with you guys. I didn't stuff my face too much. Yes, I talked with my mouth full, but you could hopefully understand me. I'll read the comments, we'll sort it out. I'll send some likes. We'll see what we do. When I get to my editing part at 3 o'clock in the morning, when I can't sleep, I just edit all night. And then I play and try other games to see what I want for the game of the week. We do not, I repeat, do not have a game of the week this week. We're just going to fly by the hip. I know that's bad if I'm trying to get on a schedule, but I really couldn't pick out of all the games that I have, like all 489, which ones I wanted to delete, which ones I wanted to upload, what ones I played. It was a lot to choose from. So we're just going to shoot by the hip. I think what we'll do tonight for the PS5 hour live is just throwing some Rocket League. I really wanted, I said in the preview earlier, the disclaimer, the promotion, whatever that freaking video was a couple minutes ago, whatever the timeline is, that I was going to do some technical switcheroos and get the VR helmet off the PS4 and put it on the PS5 and light up a wonderful VR Skyrim edition with some voices and see if we can get another 1,000 and some views like the last time I did it. Maybe that's what you guys really want. My viewers get what they need, I promised. So we'll see how long the technological stuff goes without my IT guy here doing the work for me, that he gets donated for. He doesn't get a paycheck. He gets donations and support to his family because I'm not rich yet. I can only hand out so much money, and it's for family purpose. So it's hopefully tax stuff. We don't need any of that red tape. Please don't get me in litigations, guys. I don't need sued. Come on now. I'm being honest and upfront. I don't need that kind of attention. I mean, publicity, bad publicity. That's why we don't care about the griefers, yada, yada, yada. I'm just ranting and raving. Let me be quiet. We got one piece of chicken left. I'm not going to torture you and make you watch it. There's nobody here, anyways. We got 2 likes, 25 minutes in. I might as well finish up. And I was going to push for the whole 30 marks to get a half-hour content, but I'm just ranting and raving, guys. I'm just talking. I don't have anybody to talk to. I can't read the comments. We got 1 viewer sticking around. We got freaking 2 likes, and that's the best we got. Let's give you the top net rates as we always do. So far, let me move the camera angle here. We got Pickleman GT in first place with 50 points. Pickleman, he's one of my first subscribers. He followed me first. I like Pickleman. And then Alex comes in second place with, move the camera, what's the point XP on that one? I think it's 25. Yeah. Pickleman comes in first place with 50. Alex comes in second place, Crown, with 25 points. And then we got good old Corey and Trevo. That sounds like Corey and Trevo sounds like a cool couple guys that kind of comment and take turns, and they come in, commenting and competing for the crown. Never mind. And they come in last place, but not, and they get the final crown, the 25. And there will be no last place award medal today because everybody got a crown. We do not have to give out a special medal for the person that did the least amount of contributing but still got in the race. I mean, nobody's a loser here. People get trophies. We'll pass out medals. I don't want the person that showed up last that did the least amount of work to not feel special. So we hand out an imaginary medal, and you can, gold medal, Olympic medal. I got some plastic ones. When we start getting some monetized stuff and we get the shirts off the ground and we get merch, then I'll start passing out fake medals, plastic medals. You can buy them at friggin', what is it, Dollar General? I love calling it that. I saw it in another couple of females with, that was crazy. And they called it Dollar General, and I stole it. They said it first. I stole it. I like it. I don't care. Sue me if you have to. I don't got any lawyers. I ain't got any money. We'll see what you get. All right. We got 4 viewers, 2 likes, and the redneck race is done. Let's see what we got. We got 27 minutes, 48 seconds. And we are going to close it here. Thanks, everybody. I'm sorry if you're the 4 viewers that just started at the end of the live. Go back if you really like the end of the live and watch from the beginning. Throw in some comments. Throw in some likes. And if you're really, really brave and like the content, not comments. If you really like the content, be brave and subscribe. I could always use some more grizzlies on my way to the top. I love you all. Thanks, everybody that raced. Thanks for the comments. I'll go and read them. I'll throw some hearts up. So I'm not just asking you guys to talk and it's not important. Okay, everything you guys say is important. I just didn't grab my tablet. Please forgive me. And the hour live that's going to come up here in a minute when I digest and put away the food and the drinks. I mean, I got to keep a couple of drinks, and then I'll grab the tablet and then we'll do Q&As. So thanks, everybody. We got 3 viewers, 2 likes. That was an awesome run. I don't care what the stats say. I enjoyed myself. Thank you for joining me for dinner. Peace out, Girl Scout. A piece of advice to live on is never eat alone, guys. Okay? Never eat alone. If you go out to eat, invite a stranger to your table, give them a free meal so you don't have to sit there lonely and sulk over your food and get tears in your mashed potatoes or whatever your freaking food you want on your plate because you're sitting there terrified. Terrified. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today, guys. Don't sit there and cry in your mashed potatoes because you're lonely, enjoying a wonderful meal. That sounds like a book one. Meal. And have nobody to share it with. So be a good Samaritan, be a great Christian, be whatever religion you believe in, and give somebody a free meal just to have a great dinner conversation. Who knows? You might make a friend out of it. Be brave. You might get a friend. And they'll be thankful they got a free meal. There's your long, expensive, whatever explanation of something to live on. I'm sorry it took so long. Peace out, Girl Scout. We'll see you in just a little bit on the next live. Later. Bye, Grizzlies. Love you, Grizzlies. Oops, I did that wrong. Nope. You are live. Okay, you're all wondering why I said goodbye and had a break and now I'm back. I'm not continuing. I'm trying to figure out with this sun glare how to freaking sit enter and publish it, and the buttons aren't showing up for some reason. Oh my gosh, YouTube. Come on, guys. You got to get these apps on the Samsungs and stuff done. I can't publish it. Come on. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. You really are. Sandlot. Gotta love it. It's so used. Come on, guys. Where's my freaking buttons to publish this? I do not want to waste a freaking hour of content where everybody just showed up and saw it and I can't put it on the channel. Come on, YouTube. Come on, buddy. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?